Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Ram 2500 Rebel. Now I wanted to review this particular one because this one has the middle of the line interior package. It's not the limited like the last Rebel that I just reviewed, and I think that this is the one that most people probably go for. Anyways, before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Doug Smith Dodge Ram here in Spanish Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to the website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is the standard output Cummins, which is a 6.7 liter inline 6 turbo diesel that goes through a 6-speed automatic. Power outputs are 370 horsepower and then 850 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see all of the venting here. Looks really cool, gives it a sportier appearance. We also have the cab lights there at the top. And then popping down below, we've got the cool Ram HD headlight design, and then we've got the grille and the bumper from the Power Wagon, basically. You can see the fog lights on either side. We also have parking sensors, tow hooks, and when you put it all together, it has that off-road truck appearance. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 285/60/20 in the front and over in the rear. You guys can see with the wheels, you got the silver mixed with the blacked out elements, and then just like the Power Wagon, it's lifted a bit from the factory. You can see the Bilstein shocks as well, and then you have the Power Wagon fender flares, got the Cummins turbo diesel badge, and then the Ram logo. Notice the mirror caps are also kind of blacked out, and then you guys can see here it's two-tone. And then here is your full side view with the Rebel. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We also have the drop down for the tailgate, the remote start, and then we have the Ram logo on the back. And then taking a look at the bed, you guys can see 6'4" box. We have an outlet here in the bed, which is pretty cool. I'm already protected from the factory, which is a big plus, but yeah, definitely tons of space. When you're all done, tailgate is pretty light. We've got all of our badges here in the back, which are all blacked out. And then notice with the taillight how the center cap's blacked out as well. And then you guys can see parking sensors there on the bumper. That's also blacked out. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks of this, especially finished in this green color. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see soft touch here, and then look at the trim that goes across, and then more soft touch, and then look at the stitching as well. And then since this is a Laramie Rebel, you can see you've got the upgraded seats. I mean, they're still like soft touch and everything. They're just not the nice leather you have with the limited Rebel. And then you can see the little storage underneath. You can fold these out for a flat loading floor. And then we do have ice buckets underneath. Legroom back here is really good. We have a little storage pocket as well. You've got some cups there, or cup holders right at the top. I don't know why I said cups. Anyways, vents, we got USBs, we got heated seats, full power outlet, and then headroom. It's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see soft touch here, and then look at the darker trim down below, and then you see the stitching goes across. All of our window controls front two are automatic. You got your mirror adjustments. Mirrors do power fold in. We got memory seats as well, and then we have the mirror lights. We have this to extend the mirror out, the adjustment for the convex mirror, and then blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then payload on this one is 1,810 pounds. And then taking a look at the front seat, Rebel there on the side, perforated all down the center portion. Power adjustments here on the side as well. Got this for the cargo outlet. You can see the light controls and that little thing. Pedal adjustment there, and then the steering wheel is manually adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around. Nice stitching there on the center portion. Radio controls on the back. We also have our cruise control here in the front, adaptive cruise control with this one, gear limiter controls for the center stack, and then we do have our turn signal windshield wiper stock, and then column shifter. Full digital gauge cluster here with the Rebel. You can change from the digital to the analog view there with the gauge cluster. You can also do a full navigation screen, but overall I think it looks cool. Just a backup camera here, and you guys can see you can zoom in with it as well. Resolution's good, I think. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, dual zone climate controls on either side. We've got our radio controls as well, and then at the bottom we got a bunch of buttons, so you can see for the parking sensors, your diesel exhaust brake, tow haul mode, 6 auxiliary switches, trailer brake controls. And then as for the screen itself, it does take a second for some of the pages to load up, but it responds relatively okay. It does have heated and ventilated seats with this package, as well as a heated steering wheel on top of that. Got our drive line select here, so notice we do have a 2-speed transfer case, hill descent control, and a rear locking differential. And then we do have soft touch here on the dash, not as nice as the limited package. Alpine sound system. And then Rebel there with the glove box. Good storage with that. And we got Ram's famous center console here, which it's little measuring charts. This slides backwards and forwards. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. And then we do have a bunch of USBs. We've got a full power outlet down below as well. And then up top we get our control here for the power sliding rear window. Now taking a look at the window sticker, you guys can see 2024 Rebel, base MSRP 69,000. You've got quite a few options added to, or actually that's a minus. Interesting. Weird. So it says conventional differential front axle, limited slip. Weird. Weird that it minuses it from it. Anyways, here's the rest of the equipment on this one, including Cummins. Total MSRP 90,360. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, do a blind spot monitoring. Through the rest of the rear, and Ram Rebel away. So like I said, I wanted to give you guys a look at one that's green, but more specifically, Laramie package, because I think this is the Rebel to get. And I've and this isn't just a Ram thing, I've noticed this with other automakers, is their top of the line luxury packages, if you're gonna keep a vehicle for long term, usually aren't the best to get because, you know, although they use technically quote unquote nicer materials, it doesn't seem like those nicer materials hold up as well over time. Like this fake leather stuff, whatever you want to call it, although it doesn't look as nice and feel as nice as the leather you get in the Limited, I've noticed that it holds up much better over time. So yeah, it's kind of like a catch-22 type thing, right? Or it's like, oh, it doesn't look as nice, but it holds up better. Or it looks nice, but it doesn't hold up as good. So you gotta pick your battles, I suppose. Now some other stuff here with the Rebel. Seat comfort in this package is good. And again, you still get the heated and ventilated seats. So that's another nice fact about it. And the diesel's got really good torque. You know, I've seen a lot of people talk crap on the Cummins in the comment section, you know, comparing it to the new Duramax and the new Power Stroke. And although the regular output Cummins has, you know, quite a bit less horsepower and quite a bit less torque than both of those powertrains, it doesn't feel slow. It doesn't feel underpowered. I think that that's something that is ultimately more important than the power figures on paper, right? And I mean, people talk about this all day long with sports cars, but it's something that also applies to pickup trucks as well. So just something to consider. And by the way, yes, I know this is a weird test drive route, but they're doing so much construction around here that, like, I don't know what else to do. This is a route where I know that I can get from point A to point B and back without getting stuck. So that's why we're going with it. But yeah, so I guess to, you know, cap things off, sum things up, whatever you want to say, I think this drives really well. I think it's got good torque. It doesn't feel insanely fast like what you feel like with the Duramax and especially the Power Stroke, but it feels like good power. Like how it develops power, it feels really good. So I like it. I like how it drives. I like how it performs. And aside from that, with the Rebel package, like I said, I think this is probably the sweet spot in terms of how this is equipped. Maybe just the 360 camera system is the only thing that I would change with it in terms of options. And then as for the Rebel package, I do think that Ram made a slight mistake with the wheel setup. I think they should have gone for 18s and 35s. That would make this package so much more appealing. 18s, 35s. Okay, Ram, if you're listening, 18s, 35s, not 20s and 33s, 18s, 35s. Because yeah, it would give it the more off-road truck appearance, whereas this just looks like a street truck build with slightly more aggressive tires. I think 33s look fine on a half-ton truck, on, you know, SUVs like a Jeep Wrangler, for example. But on a big HD truck like this, 33s just look so undersized. You got to do at least 35s for it to have that kind of more filled out look. Let me know what you guys think about the Rebel. Let me know what you guys think about my tire talk, I guess is what we will call it.